Dear students, today you will be going to study about productivity. In the last class, you have studied about biotic components and ecosystem structure. Ecosystem has different functions. So there are four important functions seen within an ecosystem. It might be the terrestrial or aquatic ecosystem. So there are the four important functions taking place within an ecosystem. The four functions of an ecosystem are productivity, decomposition, energy flow and nutrient cycles. So ecosystem, it is made up of both biotic as well as abiotic components. It is made up of biotic and abiotic components. So the green plants present within an ecosystem, for example, if you take a forest, the green plants, they prepare, the producers, they prepare the food, and the food will be transferred to the other organisms, that is consumers. So the energy which is been synthesized by the green plants, it will be transferred to the consumers. So the energy which is being synthesized by the green plants, or the energy which is being produced within an ecosystem, that process we call it as productivity. So when the energy is being produced, synthesized, so energy movement flows through different trophic levels of an ecosystem. So the another is energy flow. So energy moves from lower trophic level to the higher trophic level. Okay, and it is always in an unidirectional manner. Energy flow within an ecosystem is unidirectional. And when these different living organisms, they die, so that dead remains comprises of organic matter, and the decomposers undergoes a process of decomposition, and conversion of the organic into inorganic is called as decomposition. So then another it is decomposition. By the process of decomposition, nutrients will be added to the soil, and we can find exchange of nutrients takes place between biotic and abiotic components within an ecosystem. Biogenetic nutrients, they travel in a cyclic manner, and that we call it as nutrient cycles or biogeochemical cycles. So we could find within an ecosystem, so there are four functions taking place like productivity, decomposition, energy flow and nutrient cycle. cycles. So now we will be studying one function, that is productivity. So how the energy which is being synthesized within an ecosystem. Productivity is defined as the rate of synthesis of organic matter or biomass per unit area in unit time is called as productivity. Productivity is the rate of synthesis of production of organic matter or biomass. Rate of synthesis of organic matter or biomass per unit area in unit time is called as the productivity. The productivity is measured in two ways. Productivity is measured in terms of weight or in terms of energy. So it is measured both in terms of weight as well as energy. So how we can define productivity? Rate of synthesis of energy or organic matter or biomass per unit area per unit time is called as productivity. So, if we measure in terms of energy, we can find this kilocalories per meter square per year. Okay, it can also be measured in terms of weight. So, productivity mainly deals with how is energy or biomass synthesized within an ecosystem. Productivity is classified into two types. Primary productivity secondary productivity. Productivity is classified into two types, primary productivity and secondary productivity. So now in detail we will study one by one. Primary productivity. Primary productivity is defined as the rate of synthesis of energy or biomass by the green plants per unit area per unit time is called primary productivity. Primary productivity is defined as rate of synthesis of energy or biomass by green plants. By green plants per unit area in unit time is called primary productivity. Primary productivity, it is with respect to the producers. When we tell primary productivity, it is with respect to the producers. How the producers, yes, they produce the energy or the organic matter. Primary productivity, which is again categorized into two different types: gross primary productivity and net primary productivity. See, productivity, it is not constant. It will fluctuate. It might be varying due to the factors that affects the productivity. There are some factors which will affect the productivity. The factors that affect productivity or primary productivity are solar radiations, optimum temperature, soil moisture, nutrients and photosynthetic efficiency or capacity. All these should be in optimum conditions. Solar radiation, solar energy, temperature, soil moisture or the nutrients present within the soil as well as photosynthetic capacity. If any one of these, if there is a fluctuations, so then we can find it will directly affect the productivity. There will be changes in productivity of an ecosystem from year to the year. So, these are the factors that will affect the primary productivity. Primary productivity is related to the producers, green plants. So, this primary productivity is further classified into two types. Gross primary productivity The two types of primary productivity are gross primary productivity and net primary productivity. So with gross primary productivity, in short we can also call it as GPP, and net primary productivity we can also call it as NPP. Gross primary productivity is defined as the rate of, it is defined as rate of organic matter or biomass synthesized by the green plants through the process of photosynthesis. Through the process of photosynthesis. One more definition. The total organic matter or the biomass synthesized by the green plants through the process of photosynthesis is called as GPP, gross primary productivity. Through the process of photosynthesis, whatever the energy, the food which is being synthesized by the producers, it is called as GPP. Gross means it is total. So plants, producers, they have a capacity to synthesize their own food. How do they synthesize? It is through the process of photosynthesis. After photosynthesis, whatever the food which is being produced, that is organic matter, what we call it as biomass. Okay, that biomass which is being synthesized, so that we consider as gross primary productivity. So total energy produced by the plants is called as gross primary productivity. The second, it is NPP, net primary productivity. Net primary productivity, it is defined as the amount of energy or biomass stored within the green plants per unit area, per unit time is called as net primary productivity. Net primary productivity, once again I will define. It is defined as the amount of energy or biomass stored within the green plants per unit area, per unit time is called as net primary productivity. See here, as a result, to understand, I will explain as a result of photosynthesis. So the green plants, the producers, they prepare the food, that is organic matter, energy will be produced. So the green plants also require energy to carry out their metabolic activities. So that energy which is being produced as a result of photosynthesis, some amount of energy will be utilized by the green plants itself. Okay, for what? For cell division, that is growth. Yes, to produce out new foliage, that is the leaves, as well as for transportation of materials, they require energy. So some amount of energy will be utilized by the green plant itself to carry out their own metabolic activities. Okay, so that energy which is utilized by the green plants itself, we will consider it as R. What is R? R means respiration loss. loss. So from GPP, gross primary productivity, we are removing the R. What is remaining? The energy or stored energy for the consumer, that we call it as NPP. NPP we can also write in the form of equation. NPP is equal to GPP minus R. So NPP, it is the stored energy for consumers, that is herbivores or decomposers. The energy which is being remained stored for the consumers, that is called as the NPP. So from GPP, whatever the R which we remove, so remaining it is nothing but NPP. So what is R here? The energy which is being utilized by the green plants itself for their own metabolic activities. The NPP value, the NPP value of whole biosphere, the biosphere, it is 170 million tons in dry weight. In dry weight. How are we measuring NPP? Productivity, it is nothing. Productivity means biomass, synthesis of biomass. How are we measuring living matter standing crop? It is either in terms of fresh weight or dry weight. So with respect in terms of dry weight, it is 170 million tons for a year. Biosphere is made up of both terrestrial as well as aquatic ecosystem. If it is terrestrial ecosystem, it is 115 million tons per year. If it is aquatic ecosystem, it is 55 million tons. See here, terrestrial ecosystem NPP value, it is 115 million tons. Aquatic ecosystem, it is 55 million tons. But you all know our earth surface, more than 70% is covered by the oceans, that is water. So the more than 70%, though the earth surface is covered by water, but the NPP value of aquatic ecosystem is less when compared to the terrestrial ecosystem. Why? Because in aquatic ecosystem there are two limiting factors. The factor which will affect, the productivity within an aquatic ecosystem. So the two limiting factors are, one is nitrogen and another one is the light does not move up to great depth. So the light does not move up to a great depth. Only in upper part we can find the photic zone. So it is, we can find the light does not move up to a greater depth within the ocean. So these two are the limiting factors in an aquatic ecosystem. So gross, as a result of photosynthesis, the total organic matter or the energy or biomass synthesized, it is GPP, and NPP, it is the stored energy or biomass for the herbivores or decomposers. The second type of productivity, it is secondary productivity. Secondary productivity, it is related to the consumers. Primary, it is related to the formation of organic matter or biomass by the producer. Secondary productivity, it is defined as rate of synthesis of new organic matter by consumers per unit area in unit time. Rate of synthesis of new organic matter or biomass by the consumers. It might be herbivores or the carnivores. So what a new already organic matter, where it is been synthesized? In the producers. Once again a new organic matter will be produced. So by the consumers, that is called as secondary productivity.